Okay. Harrison.
How many people keep in touch with current events? Let's have a show of hands. All right, so good. For those of you that don't, let me tell you something big that happened last week. It all started in Turkey, in the Saudi Arabian embassy based out of Istanbul. A journalist and U.S. citizen named Jamal Khashoggi entered and was, by all accounts, kidnapped, tortured, and dismembered by the Saudi Arabian government. Many governments and international organizations have come forward in the past couple of days to provide evidence to corroborate these allegations. So who was Jamal Khashoggi? As the Washington Post reports, he was originally a journalist based out of Saudi Arabia and had extremely good connections with the Saudi Arabian family, the royal family. However, recently, due to the crackdown on free speech and disappearances among journalists in the area, he had to rethink his position and began to consider other options. That led the Saudi Arabian government to clamp down on his writing, since he often heavily criticized the Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman. He was forced to flee then to the U.S. and sought asylum in Virginia. Here, he wrote as a columnist for the Washington Post, contributing about the events in the Middle East, mainly the royal family, which angered them greatly. So what went down last week? Khashoggi entered the Saudi Arabian embassy on October 2nd. It was originally to obtain a wedding certificate so that he could then marry his girlfriend. Several hours before his arrival, 2 unchartered flights flew into Turkey from Saudi Arabia, carrying 15 hitmen, who lay in wait in the Saudi Arabian embassy for him. After failing to exit the embassy after several hours, friends and family contacted the Turkish authorities and the U.S. 3 days later, Turkish authorities released audio captured from Khashoggi's Apple Watch, showing him being tortured and dismembered by Saudi Arabian officials. In light of the recent events, President Trump has vowed tough action against Saudi Arabia if they did, in fact, commit this crime. However, since further evidence has come out and no action has been taken, he has been heavily criticized for not freezing efforts to their war in Yemen or stopping shipments of weapons to the country. This assassination of Jamal Khashoggi by Saudi Arabia is gruesome and in direct violation of international law. Furthermore, the fact that we are still aiding Saudi Arabia, both financially and militarily, is a travesty. The series of events show that Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman does not portray the Western values he so wants to. He is far from it, and instead, his actions reveal him to be authoritative, brutal, and an enemy of the free press.